Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome back to the Light and Shadow podcast. I'm Grey, Reiki Master, Seer, Soul Alchemist, and your guide in this sacred space where we go deeper than trends and into the truth of how energy and consciousness actually create our reality. Today, we're diving into a topic that has sparked endless conversations in the spiritual and manifestation community: the law of attraction versus the law of assumption. The law of attraction says, like attracts like. Focus on what you want, align your vibration with it, and it will come. The law of assumption says, what you assume to be true becomes true. It's not just energy, it's identity, it's inner knowing, it's claiming it as done. Both are powerful, both are mirrors of universal truth. But they work differently. And understanding the difference can transform how you manifest, heal, and embody your desires. And before we begin, a gentle reminder: this podcast is a sacred space for guidance and education. It is not a substitute for therapy or medical care. If you want to go deeper with me, you'll find link below to join the Light and Shadow Sanctuary, Grey Ethereus Academy for Mystery School Initiates, my Reiki-infused candles, or to work with me one-on-one in private coaching. And for daily sacred teachings, you can find me on TikTok at Grey Ethereus. Take a breath, open your heart, and let's begin this transmission. When people hear law of attraction, they often imagine a magical magnet in the sky that brings good things if you just think positive enough. But this is both too simplified and too distorted. The law of attraction is rooted in resonance. It reflects the principle that like attracts like. Your outer world tends to mirror the frequency you hold in your inner world. If your field is heavy with scarcity, fear, or self-doubt, you unconsciously magnetize situations that reinforces that belief. If you're vibrating with clarity, gratitude, and trust, you create space for experiences aligned with those states. But here's the shadow. Attraction is not just about surface thoughts. It's about your entire energetic field. You can speak affirmations all day long, but if your nervous system is wired in scarcity, your vibration doesn't match the words. That's why so many people feel they failed at manifestation. The law of assumption, on the other hand, takes this a step deeper. Popularized by Neville Goddard, it teaches that reality conforms to what you assume as already true. Instead of waiting to attract something, you begin living, speaking, and moving as if it's already yours. You stop chasing because you are embodying the identity of someone who already has it. For example, attraction says, I want love, I'm focusing on attracting it. Assumption says, I am already loved, I am already chosen, my relationships reflect this truth. This distinction matters because one is about desire reaching outward while the other is about identity reaching inward. But both can be misunderstood. Attraction without embodiment can keep you waiting forever. An assumption without inner alignment can feel like empty pretending. Together, they invite you to align your thoughts, beliefs, emotions, and identity into coherence. So reality has no choice but to rearrange itself. Both the law of attraction and the law of assumption hold powerful truth. But when misunderstood, they can create confusion, disappointment, or even harm. Let's name the shadows so you don't fall into them. Toxic positivity. Many people believe attraction means you must only think positive thoughts. This often leads to suppressing real emotions, like grief, anger, or fear, instead of honoring and processing them. Suppression blocks flow. Authenticity creates alignment. waiting and not acting. Some sit passively, expecting the universe to deliver because they visualized. Attraction doesn't mean bypassing aligned action. Your vibration guides opportunities to you, but it's your embodied steps that allow them to land. Blaming the self. When something painful happens, people assume they attracted it because they weren't positive enough. This is spiritually harmful. Life's challenges are not punishments, they are invitations into deeper wisdom. Here are the pitfalls of the law of assumption. Delusion versus embodiment. Assuming without inner congruence can turn into pretending. If you repeat, "I am wealthy," while your nervous system panics every time you pay a bill, the assumption feels hollow. Real embodiment requires safety and integration. Skipping the healing. Assumption can be misused to bypass shadow work. People try to assume love, abundance, or peace into existence without addressing the wounds blocking it. It's like painting gold over a cracked foundation. Rigid control. Some misuse assumption as control, believing if I assume this exact outcome, it must happen. This ignores the wisdom of divine timing and higher alignment. Assumption works best when you embody the truth of abundance without forcing specifics. Whether in attraction or assumption, the greatest shadow is grasping, trying to control, push, or manipulate reality. True manifestation is not forcing life to bend to your will. It is allowing life to rise to meet the frequency you embody. Here's the truth most manifestation teachings miss. You don't manifest from your thoughts alone, you manifest from the frequency your body actually feels safe to hold. If your nervous system is locked in fight or flight or freeze, you can visualize and affirm all you want, but your body will reject it. Why? Because expansion feels unsafe when your wiring equates survival with struggle. For example, you may call in love, but when someone shows up emotionally available, you panic, sabotage, or push them away. You may affirm wealth, but when money flows in, you overspend, underprice yourself, or freeze because receiving more feels overwhelming. You may assume success, but when opportunity arrives, you procrastinate or self-sabotage because deep down visibility feels dangerous. Your nervous system stores childhood imprints, ancestral stories, and unprocessed trauma. If love once meant betrayal, your body remembers. If money was always tied to guilt, your body resists keeping it. If power once attracted punishment, your body shrinks from embodying it. This is why attraction and assumption alone can feel hollow without nervous system work. You can't just think new thoughts, you have to teach your body. It is safe to love. It is safe to receive. It is safe to expand. True alignment comes when your thoughts, emotions, and nervous system are coherent. That's when the body no longer fights the very thing you're calling in. Breathwork, Reiki, somatic release, and ritual practices retrain your system to tolerate more goodness. Micro experiences of receiving, like fully taking in a compliment or allowing someone to help you, expand your nervous system's capacity window. Safety creates the foundation. Without it, abundance feels like threat. With it, abundance feels like home. In essence, your reality matches not what you want, but what your body believes it's safe to hold. Now that we have explored how both laws work and how the nervous system shapes what you can hold, let's anchor this into practical practice. Because theory won't change your life, embodiment will. Each morning, choose one I am statement, which is the law of assumption, and pair it with one clear desire as the law of attraction. For example, I am already abundant. Today, I magnetize aligned opportunities with ease. Speak it into a mirror. while breathing deeply into your body. Let your nervous system feel it as present reality, not as a future fantasy. This merges assumption as your identity with attraction as calling it in. Here's another practice. When your body resists receiving, gently expand its capacity. Place one hand on your heart, one on your belly, and say aloud, "It is safe to receive. It is safe to hold more." Breathe into that space until your body feels softer, less constricted. This rewires the body to stop rejecting what the mind has already called in. And finally, gratitude. Gratitude is the bridge between both laws. In the law of attraction, gratitude magnetizes more of what you focus on. In the law of assumption, gratitude reinforces identity. Of course, I am abundant. Look at what already is. Every night, write down 3 things you received that day. No matter how small, a smile, a meal, a moment of peace, let your body register them as proof. And lastly, each day consciously accept something without deflection, like a compliment or a gift, no matter how small. Instead of brushing it off, "It's nothing," say, "Thank you, I received that." This practice teaches your nervous system to expand into receptivity, so the big manifestations don't feel threatening. Why this matters? Because attraction without assumption can leave you chasing. Assumption without attraction can leave you disconnected. But when you weave them together, rooted in a safe nervous system, you stop chasing what's outside you, and you start embodying the frequency of what's already yours. I once worked with a client who was deeply immersed in manifestation work. She had vision boards taped on every wall, affirmations scribbled on sticky notes, and a journal filled with lists of what she wanted to attract: love, abundance, recognition. She was working so hard on the law of attraction side of things. But no matter how much she visualized or scripted, her reality stayed the same. Money trickled in inconsistently, relationships felt one-sided, and she lived in constant anxiety about the future. When we sat together, I asked her one question. Who are you assuming yourself to be underneath all of this? The truth was, she was still carrying the old assumption, I am someone who struggles. No matter how many affirmations she spoke, her nervous system was anchored in lack. She attracted from desire, but she assumed herself unworthy. So, her energy canceled out her efforts. Through our work together, Reiki healing, abundance, and daily practices, we shifted her foundation. Instead of only asking, what do I want to attract, she began asking, who do I believe I already am? So she chose new assumptions. I am supported, I am safe to receive, and I am already a magnet for aligned opportunities. And with time, something powerful shifted. She stopped overworking her vision boards. She started living as though she was already the version of herself she longed to be. She embodied the frequency of who she wants to be, and within months, her business stabilized. A supportive partner entered her life, and most importantly, she felt peace in her body for the first time in years. This wasn't magic, it was alignment. It was the marriage of attraction, the desire, and the assumption, the identity. And that is the art. You don't just call things in. You become the person who can hold them because the universe responds to your frequency. Beautiful soul, you have just walked through the heart of this teaching, the balance between law of attraction and law of assumption, the dance between desire and identity, the outer call and the inner knowing. This is the work of becoming. Not just about asking life for what you want, but assuming yourself already worthy of holding it. And that shift changes everything. Take this moment to anchor it in your body with me now. Place a hand on your heart. Breathe deeply and affirm, I am a worthy vessel for the blessings of my life. Receiving is my natural state. I open without fear. I hold without guilt. I am safe to expand. Let these words not just be sounds but frequencies. Let them settle into your nervous system, reshaping what you believe to be possible for you. Because you are not just attracting life, you are authoring it. If today's transmission spoke to your soul, I invite you to step deeper with me. My mystery school for initiates ready to master shadow alchemy, energetic embodiment, and where I offer a course about energetic detachment and manifestation with practical steps. The Light and Shadow Sanctuary, a private community for weekly coaching, shadow work, and collective healing, and one-on-one intuitive coaching for those who want personalized healing, guidance, and ritual tools on their path. You'll find all these linked below. And for daily insights and activations, follow me on TikTok at Grey Ethereus, where the transmissions continue every day. And next time on the Light and Shadow podcast, we journey into one of the most essential arts of sovereignty: how to control your own emotions. Because mastery isn't about suppressing how you feel. It's about learning to witness, regulate, and alchemize your emotions without letting them run your life. We will explore how to stop reacting from triggers, how to sit with your feelings without being swallowed, and how to turn emotional waves into embodied wisdom. This will be a powerful continuation of our path, because once you master receiving, you must also master the inner currents that shape everything you hold. Until then, breathe deep, walk with clarity, and remember, the magic is already within you. You are more powerful than you know. Until next time.